Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, December 15th, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, authorities are investigating the weekend shooting of a Franklin County middle school student. A Manchester man is dead following a single car crash. A former Coffee County Highway patrolman has been charged with misconduct, and we'll bring you music of the season from the recent Old Town Christmas stroll. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
You know what time it is? What time is it? Y-E-S. Y-E-S? Y-E-S is the 5th annual year-end sale at all Stan McNabb dealerships, with prices starting $1,000 below invoice. The quicker you buy, the more you save. At Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Yes! At Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Yes! And Stan McNabb Ford. The quicker you buy, the more you save. We say yes, you pay less.
Just in time for Christmas, and for the first time in more than a decade, Taylor's Leatherware in Tullahoma, Tennessee is opening its doors to the public. From December 1st to the 19th, come and check out our inventory of men and women's leather jackets and genuine leather handbags from $35 to $200. Motorcycle jackets, police duty jackets, dress coats, and bomber jackets, hundreds of coats in all sizes. The sale begins Tuesday, December the 1st from 9 to 5, open every day except for Sunday until December the 19th. Find us at 1205 Five Points Road, just around the corner from Motlow College.
Welcome back. Authorities are investigating the weekend shooting death of a Franklin County middle school student. Police say Sienna Owens, age 11, died Friday night at a Nestle Springs home from a gunshot wound to her upper back. Police were called to a Holly Lane home around 6:30 Friday night. They found the victim in a detached garage behind the brick home. Franklin County Sheriff's Department Sergeant Chris Guest says Owens was in the garage as a guest with several friends at the time of the shooting. CPR was administered at the scene, and the girl was taken to Southern Middle Tennessee Medical Center, where she later died. Guest says it's unclear if the shooting death was accidental or the result of recklessness. An autopsy has been ordered. Grief counselors were on hand at the victim's middle school yesterday.
A Manchester man is dead and another person left injured as a result of a single car crash off a Coffee County rural road. The Tennessee Highway Patrol says Eric Anderson, age 28, died at the scene of the wreck off Powers Bridge Road. The man's Ford Mustang left the roadway, struck a tree in the driver's side door, and overturned, trapping the victim underneath. He died at the scene of the Thursday night accident. An 11-year-old passenger was airlifted to Nashville's Vanderbilt University Medical Center and was listed in serious condition over the weekend. Troopers say speed contributed to the fatal crash. Anderson was not using a seatbelt. The passenger was properly restrained.
An investigation by agents from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has resulted in misconduct and theft charges for a former trooper for the Tennessee Highway Patrol at the request of 14th District Attorney General Craig Northcott after THP notified TBI and General Northcott of the suspected misconduct. TBI special agents began investigating Brent McCauley on May the 12th of this year. During the course of the investigation, with the cooperation of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, agents developed information that McCauley, a trooper and canine handler assigned to Coffee County, was responsible for the disappearance of drugs assigned to him meant for the training of his drug detection canine. McCauley subsequently resigned his position with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Last Tuesday, the Coffee County grand jury returned indictments for the 30-year-old Murfreesboro man, charging him with 3 counts of official misconduct and 1 count of theft over $1,000. He was subsequently booked into the Coffee County Jail on $10,000 bond.
Governor Bill Haslam took questions recently from reporters about the latest controversy involving the University of Tennessee at Knoxville's Office for Diversity and Inclusion. The governor indicated support for University of Tennessee Chancellor Jimmy Cheek, who is facing resignation calls from some GOP state lawmakers. TNReport.com brings us this story.
GOP officially announced that they want to try and defund the diversity office at UT. Any comments on that?
I think that was the party's state executive committee, which is they're a political body, obviously. I think this. The university has a clear mission. One of those missions includes creating a campus where people are free to come and learn. But I think in this case, the Office of Diversity at University of Tennessee went too far in terms of telling adults how they should act at holiday parties. I think there's a role for them, and that includes making certain there's equal opportunity for people to attend UT and to graduate and have great outcomes. In this case, I think they went off into something that they didn't need to be focused on.
There have been some calls for Mr. Cheek to step down. Do you have any view on that?
I think at the end of the day, you have to grade a chancellor just like you do everybody else on their entire body of work. And if you look at UT, both their application rates and the quality applications, their graduation rates, their freshman retention rates, UT is showing record results. I think this is a case where we just want to have people make certain they're focused on the right things.
So are Republicans in the legislature focused on the right things? I mean, is this a distraction from the important matters at hand?
No, what I meant is in terms of the Office of Diversity, I hope they're focused on the right things in terms of how do we have more of our students provide, get education so they can have equal opportunities to whether it be jobs or attendance at a great school like UT. That's what I think they need to focus on.
But, I mean, go back to the fundamental issue. You've had calls for Cheek to resign. Is that necessary or
well, like I said,
warranted?
my view is you judge somebody on their entire body of work, and if you look at what Chancellor Cheek has done at UT, the entire body of work is impressive.
Have you had conversations with anyone at UT about this issue?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of interest in that, so I've talked to both President DiPietro and then to the Vice Chair of the Board, Roger Gibran, about it over the weekend. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Governor. Any results? I mean,
we just had a conversation about the situation in terms of what UT should be focused on, and again, they should be focused on student outcomes.
Do you think that this crisis here complicates your proposal to spin off the TBR University?
No, I don't. I think that's a fairly separate issue. Not fairly. That's definitely a separate issue, and I think that's focused again on what do we do about the good problem we have of more students due to Tennessee Promise attending our community colleges and TCATs, making certain we're prepared for them, and that the existing 6 TBR 4-year schools are able to take the next step to be great institutions as well. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Governor.
A Franklin County man has been charged in 2 counties with TennCare fraud involving prescription drugs. The Office of Inspector General announced on Friday the arrest of Charles Jackson, age 44, of Winchester. He's charged in both Franklin and Coffee counties with doctor shopping for prescription drugs using TennCare as payment. Jackson is charged in Franklin County with 2 counts of doctor shopping for prescription drugs using TennCare as payment. He was transferred there from Coffee County, where he's been held for over a month on 1 count of doctor shopping for drugs. In both counties, TennCare paid for either the clinical visits or the prescriptions. TennCare fraud is a Class C felony carrying a sentence of up to 2 years in prison per charge.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up right after these messages.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester is your home for both new and pre-owned trucks. We have a huge selection of over 200 trucks to choose from. Check us out on the web at russellbarnett.com and view our great selection. We are your truck headquarters, and we want to be your one-stop shop. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, your truck headquarters. Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell stopped by our studios recently to give us some tips on staying safe during the holiday season. You know, it is the Christmas season, and I know we weren't scheduled to talk about this, but this might be a good time for you to kind of rehash a little bit about if you're out shopping, particularly the ladies, if you're out shopping, right. You know, what should you be cautious about?
And that's generally what I label our holiday safety tips, and there's a long list of things we suggest, and I think y'all have got the written part, but some of the key things is don't shop alone, go with somebody. There's always that safety in numbers. If you're going to pay with cash, don't carry all your cash together, keep it separate, so when you get to the register you're not pulling out a wad of cash and showing somebody,
right,
you know, that I've got, you know, don't make yourself the victim. With credit cards, if you're at the register and you're paying with a credit card, try to shield your credit card so somebody with a cell phone can't snap a picture of your card. If you have somebody with you, let them kind of be your shield, your blocker. And once you leave one store and you prepare to go to another, put your stuff in your car first. Try to conceal it, because if you leave it out in the open, again, you're asking for someone to come along and just smash your window and take it. Now, we've also told people lock your cars. You know, we know that there's a lot of people that just don't lock their vehicles, and they leave valuable items in there. So do that. We suggest when you're going to your car, make sure, one, you look in it, that there's no one hiding in the car, and make sure your car is still in the condition it was when you left it locked. You know, and if you see something odd about your car, something stuck under the windshield, something stuck under your tire, you know, be leery of those kind of things. And that's why I said, if you think something's up, call somebody, call the security, call the police. Let your family know what your routine is. Where do you plan on going? What time do we expect to see you home? And to follow up like that. Don't leave your purse sitting in a cart. We have a lot of those types of thefts where someone will just put their purse and look at something on the shelf. They turn around, the purse may be gone, or their wallet's been taken out of their purse. So always control your purse and your wallet. There's a whole list of things, but those are generally what I would say are the highlights. Pay attention, look around. If you see something that doesn't look right, call somebody. And that's where we kind of talk about our police officers. In Tullahoma, we all wear a distinct uniform. What I'm wearing, with a badge and a patch that says Tullahoma. If you see something that someone's trying to stop you and they're not in a recognizable uniform or recognizable car, the 3 suggestions we give is to call 911, because our dispatcher can radio out to find out if someone's trying to stop you. Continue to drive at the same speed you're going without exceeding the speed limit. Turn your flashers on and drive to the police department. If it's an impersonator, they're not going to follow you to the police department. And thirdly, continue to drive at the same speed, turn your flashers on, and go to a well-lit place, again, where there's other people. And again, an impersonator probably will not follow you to that. And we hate to say they'll go look for someone else that's more vulnerable, but don't make yourself a victim. And if we all take that personal interest in doing what we can to eliminate being a victim, then this bad guy will go somewhere else. And, you know, obviously that's what we want, go somewhere else. Don't do it in our community. We'd like to catch them, but if we don't catch them, we want to encourage them. They need to go elsewhere.
That's good information, because if when they call 911, they can immediately tell them, is this a real
and they will do it. The 911 dispatchers are trained to keep people on the phone, to talk to you on the phone while they're talking to the officer on the radio. And they will do that. They will keep you on the line and talk to you, and while a police officer is trying to get to where you're at. So if you think someone's trying to stop you that's not a police officer, dial 911.
Stay with us. We'll be right back right after these messages.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, this is Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody who put their trust in us this past year to service their heating and cooling needs. We continue to offer the best available HVAC equipment out there with the Trane equipment and geothermal heat pumps. We'd like for everybody to focus on the reason for this time of the year for this season.
As Jesus warms your heart, thank you for allowing Stroops to warm your homes. To all of you we wish
Merry Christmas!
Welcome back. Ann Baldwin's voice students played a big part in last week's Old Town Christmas Stroll. Let's watch as Haley Burt performs Do You Hear What I Hear?
Spencer Baxter, also one of Van Baldwin's students, performed the Christmas classic, White Christmas. Let's watch. We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
Welcome back. We now take you to Mount Zion Baptist Church in Tullahoma for this performance of Precious Lamb of God.
Precious
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Let's Talk Antiques host David Pennington and Ronnie Branch, who will make you wish you'd saved your Star Wars toys, because they are now selling for record-breaking prices. Noel Clemens from the Manchester Art Center will come by and let us know about their upcoming season, and Deb Holliday will tell us about her new novel in the Farrah Morgan series. All that and more on this week's Living.
And we'll be right back with your weather forecast right after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Centers of America.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1956 at 71 degrees. The record low was in 1958 at 8 degrees. Average high on this day is 51 and the average low is 31. Mostly clear weather expected for tonight with a low of around 42. Partly cloudy weather in your forecast for Wednesday with a high of 66 and a low of 49, and partly cloudy weather again in your forecast for Thursday with a high of 52 and a low of 29.
Well, Jim, it certainly doesn't feel like mid-December temperatures out there.
No, it's almost balmy out there today.
It is. I guess we can't complain too much, though.
Not at all. I like it.
Yeah.
You know, we could live with this all year round. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.